Welcome to the girls. We're on the road again, and we are going to take you to see some beautiful family traditions today, right, Janine?
Yes, we're inside Kim McKlendon's home. You might recognize the name because she is the chef at Rustic Kitchen at Mohegan Sun Pocono. And she promised us flourless chocolate cake the last time we were up. So we're gonna see this time if it's here and made fresh by Kim.
You're obsessed with that flourless chocolate cake.
Because I have allergies. And on this show, we're going to talk about food and traditions, and that plays a role because when you go to a restaurant, it's nice to be able to order what you want instead of just ordering specifically what's on the menu. Because I know with me, I have such allergies, or who eats high protein, who doesn't eat sugar, who doesn't eat this, and that. So Kim's a great chef.
Right. Well, welcome to my world, because anybody who knows me who's gone to dinner with me, I always look at the menu and I'll ask the waitress, what on here can I have just plain? Mm-hmm. Because I have allergies to most of the seasonings. But when you're raised in an Italian family, it's all about the seasonings. It's all about, the tomatoes and all that stuff. So you really have to bend the rules a little bit and change up the recipes.
And I know for us, it used to be those Sunday traditions at my mom's house,
right,
and where she made so much food that we could feed the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, there was something.
And she would always ask if she made enough, and it would just, as the families moved away, there would be less and less people there, and she'd still be making the same amount of food and say, "Is anyone eating?"
Yeah.
All this pasta and meatballs. So if you have traditions, I'm sure you have family traditions. They could be based around family or even your religion, or maybe even around a holiday,
right,
or special occasion. So we're going to talk about that today on the Girls.
Yeah, and passing down traditions. The traditions will get lost if you don't go backward and see what your grandmother did and your mother, and take those recipes or any of the traditions at all and pass them down and really talk about them, get pictures of them, or do anything. So we have a great family here today. We have mother-daughter, and they have their granddaughter, Kim's daughter, here as well. And so we're right in their home. We're very, very, very appreciative of them inviting us to their home here. And call your friends, like I always say, and tell them to get tuned, because when we come back from our commercial, you're going to meet Kim in her kitchen.
Check out the girls right here at Kim McKlendon's house. You might know her name is familiar because she is the main chef at Rustic Kitchen, and we're here in her kitchen now. And I'm not the best cook, but I'm definitely a really good drinker, so I'm glad we have the homemade wine. Kim and your mother,
thank you.
Marlene, thank you so much for having my mom and I in here to talk about some family traditions that you guys share together.
Well, thank you.
The dynamic duo. You have some things prepped here and ready to go, but we're going to learn some of your family traditional recipes and maybe get our hands on some of that dough.
Very good.
Absolutely.
That, sure.
Right?
I don't know what we're gonna have to get rid of this Sam Lassant mug though.
Oh, yeah.
We want to replace that with a
Came
girls
into the
mug.
girls shoot here, and we have the Sam Lassant. You're a big fan of the Sam Lassant.
Oh, I am. Yes, I am.
So he sent you an updated version of the mug to make
I
sure
had
that
one
you have
like
it.
20 years ago, and now I got an updated one.
Wow, well, it's a valuable collectible.
It is.
All right, well, I'm going to have a sip of this delicious wine.
Very
Isn't
good.
it great?
Very good. Very
good.
good. Me too. So Kim, I know that you do a lot of cooking, obviously, for Rustic
Yes.
Kitchen in Mohegan Sun Pocono, but you also do a lot of cooking at home, and I've seen a lot of your posts on Facebook. And most of what you do, a majority are either tied into some of religious beliefs and also family ties and traditions.
Yes.
And that's one we're going to partake in today.
Okay, wonderful. Well, what we're doing today is we're making raviolis.
Okay.
This is a tradition. How long has our family been making raviolis, Mom? How long would you say?
Well, my grandmother, my nonna, came to America in 1919.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes, from Italy, Frontoni, Italy. And I'm 66 years old, and I've been making pasta since I was 6 years old. So my nonna was very adamant about me learning how to make it. And we started off years ago with a coal stove. She'd take little pieces, and we would put a little bit on the coal stove. Oh, it tasted so good. And everything, of course, was done by hand. She had a big rolling pin, which we call the lasagnola. Well, right now, that's a memorabilia It's on my wall.
I tried to get it off the wall for today, but
It's just as a weapon.
yes.
But now we've improved, and we use the KitchenAid with the pasta maker and all. So it's much easier, especially it's nothing for us to make 500 raviolis in an evening.
Yeah.
And it takes what, like 5 minutes to
And that's-
devour them.
And that's for a family of 5.
In an Italian family, it certainly is. So you have different kind of fillings, and we're going to start with making, actually rolling out the dough.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the dough, Mom. This is our family traditional dough.
Well,
and you want to talk?
We
talk about
start
what you put in
with
there?
basically, if you have a family of 5 or 6, we start with 5 eggs. We take our eggs, and of course we would mix them. I have a Cuisinart that I use. Put the eggs in there, and then you add a little bit flour, a little oil, a little water, and it's hard to say how much you have to go according to texture.
You sound like my mom.
Right. There's no
You know,
recipe.
this and that, and you know.
Oh, a pinch of this, a handful of
Absolutely.
this, and then I'm trying to
Absolutely.
make her a pizzelle recipe, and it looks like liquid,
And
but that's
it
for
just-
another time.
and this is what you just have to go according to the feel of it, the feel
Okay.
of the dough. Kim had asked me, she says, "How's this dough?" And I said, "Well, let me feel it." And I said, "It's fine."
So I
Perfect.
passed. Okay.
And there's
And
another.
that's where the love comes in, with the
love.
feeling.
You
You have to feel it.
make it with love.
That's the main
That's what it
ingredient
is.
is love.
Love, okay.
And that's what does it. And
ready to
it's very good. It's ready to roll.
All right, okay, Mom, you want to start? So we had a conversation because, like, with the KitchenAid, you know, with technology and everything, we used to do like the hand crank. Well, now that we
let's
have
cut that in
different
half.
countertops in our kitchen, we can't use that crank anymore. So, you know, we kind of revert to the KitchenAid, and I love using this little attachment because it kind of rolls out the dough for you. Where, you know, before you'd use that rolling pin and traditionally kind of roll it out. Well, now it's kind of neat because there's little numbers on the side, and it'll actually give you the thickness of where you want that dough to be, a little thicker or thinner. So earlier today, my mom and I were talking about what number she uses for her ravioli. And I was always putting it like on the number 1 or number 2 position. And she said, well, no, it's always number 4. It's a little bit thinner. So the thinner the dough, the
Well,
better
no,
it
it's
is.
thicker. You
Okay.
can make it thinner though, you know,
Okay.
as you go through it. It depends what you like.
Right.
Our family likes it al dente and a little bit
thicker, yeah.
thicker, and a lot of people like it thinner. So either way, you know.
liking.
it
So there's a
doesn't matter.
new meaning to what's your number.
Exactly.
What's your number?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
There you go.
I
Okay.
like to start off
So,
with 4.
4?
And then
Okay.
it'll, yeah. And
Okay.
then it'll
Okay.
And then you
so
work your
ready?
way
smooth
down.
it, and then you work your way down
Okay.
to 1.
All right, so go ahead, Mom.
You can put on
So cut a little
faster.
piece of the dough
Cut a
off.
little piece, and
Put
you'll
it
get
in there.
little strips.
And look at that. It would have taken
it'll
me 5
come down.
minutes to
And
do
watch
that
your
with the rolling
fingers.
pin.
Put
you
it on
put
the
it in
one
again.
now.
Oh yeah, you keep rolling and you
Doing
keep
it to
putting
the
it
one,
down.
and that's sufficient. And we'll hang it on our little tree,
A little hanger.
on a little hanger.
So the motor is taking the work
Out
out
of
of
the
your
hands.
body because
Right.
now women of today are busy working. They have
Well,
busy
we're
schedules.
busy, yes.
So this just put your homemade into fast.
Right.
And if you don't have the KitchenAid attachment, you could always have your husband roll it out while you're
Oh,
at
my,
work.
my husband helps
Yes.
me all the time.
Or the
Those,
kids.
work those arms,
It's
right?
great to have the kids help you out too. I'm sure your
Exactly.
kids help you.
They
Well,
do. They absolutely
they do.
They have a good time helping. They're always in the kitchen. More so baking. They love to bake. So we'll bring them in the kitchen a little bit later. We'll have them taste test. I always say that's their best.
That's their best feature.
Their best feature is taste testing. But
So I see that you're making them just wide enough to
To-
fit through
right.
the machine, which is going to also change the way that you did it from the original recipe because you had the big piece of dough before, and you would do one row at a time, a teaspoon, then fold it over and cut. So this is making the strips individual. There's no cutting.
Now, has your daughter learned how to cook, or does she like cooking?
no, she does a really good job. She loves cooking. Again, she does a lot of baking. You'll see her, sometimes she'll come home from school or track practice and she'll say, Mom, let's make cupcakes. Or her biggest thing is the French macarons. She loves to make macarons, and that's probably one of her staples. She really does a really good job with, she'll actually get her own flour, and, she'll get her almonds, mix it into that flour mixture, and she does a really good job. So
So she's going to be the pastry chef. We have
I
Nona.
think
Are you
so.
Nona?
I think
Mom.
Mom.
Yeah.
So what kind of mixture are you
Okay,
putting in
Mom.
these
We're
raviolis?
using-
Which you could use anything.
Let's talk a
Well,
little bit about that.
We're using beef now for this one. We made the others with chicken.
Right. Now let's talk a little bit about this, because we were discussing the fact that, you know, our traditional family tradition with ravioli is always the beef ravioli. And, you know, ever since my husband turned 40 and I'm nearly approaching 40 soon, we try to eat a little bit more healthier. So what I did was I actually made a chicken filling. So I just took some chicken breast, I browned it, added a little bit of spinach in there, of course lots of garlic, and then just kind of made that, you know, that traditional filling out of the chicken. So we're going to taste test it today, and I thought maybe a little bit later we can do, you know, maybe a taste analysis and see which one is better, chicken or beef.
There you go.
Kids for that.
That's right.
We'll have the
Absolutely.
kiddos on.
Oh, you're
Absolutely.
pro at this.
Absolutely.
Look at
Let's
you, almost
put
elbowed
some
me
over
right in there to
I
get
know,
to
she's
that.
like,
That was
right
my
over.
job.
You've done this
She
before.
was
My
a
mother
worker.
made the wraps, and my job was to have the fork
I
ready to
handle
go
the fork.
and have
I love
to
it.
dip it in the flour so it doesn't
Yeah.
stick.
I love
Go
it.
right
That's
around the edge here.
great. That looks
And it
wonderful.
was just like, where's the
Beautiful.
fork?
You're a pro at that, Deb. That looks
Now, do you
wonderful.
have
Looks good.
I'm sure like at our family, everything was like super sized. So mom's
Yeah.
one ravioli would have been like those
Well, we
four.
tried to make
Well,
it.
when you roll it out, it's different.
Yeah, we try to make it similar, you
yes.
know.
Look
This
how
one will
cute
probably
they
be a
are.
little
Look at
bit
the
bigger,
petite.
only because
Okay.
it's bigger dough.
Oh, all right.
I'm
So
sorry.
there's no rhyme or reason.
ahead.
You can use
No,
that
no,
one.
go
I'll use
ahead.
the chicken.
That's all right.
You can make them any size. You could do them for appetizers. You
Well, no,
can
use the
boil
meat.
these,
We have the
right?
other one. Yes, yes. And you can even put these in soup also. Like
Oh,
do you know
okay.
capolettis are?
Capolettis are the little hats.
Yes,
Yeah.
the little bishop's
Little
hat.
bishop
We can
hats.
even make those too.
You
with the little
can.
meat.
Matter of fact, that one day you were showing me how easy. I said, wow,
little
this is
thimbles.
great.
Yes.
This is great.
Which is
He
a lot
makes
of fun.
everything look simple. I know
Yes,
that
it
she
is.
normally
It's very
she-
simple.
She
Thank you.
normally will post her pictures on Facebook, and it's like almost like a model posting their pictures in her bathing suit. It kind of makes you sad that your food doesn't look like that. Because you know what I
geez,
mean at
thanks, Jenny.
home. Because everything looks so perfect there. You just want
Aw,
to move
thank
something
you.
on her.
Oh, jeez. Well, thank you.
Jenny, would you like to try and fork these?
Yeah, I can
Here
definitely
you go.
handle. I can handle the fork.
Yay.
Are you excited that I'm putting food?
Yes, I am,
marks?
because Janine doesn't really get into the kitchen too much. Unfortunately, the tradition stuff with me.
Oh,
No.
Well, you know what? We had, my Zia was 103 when she died. And of course, when we lived in Makanakwa, the kids would always visit with her. And she made macaroni all the time, raviolis, capolettis. And that's where Kim, with her pizza, my aunt would say, no, this is the way you make the pizza.
Yes,
God,
and
she was great.
yeah. Do you want to tell Janine and Deb the surprise that we have for them? The margarita.
I thought the
pizza?
homemade wine.
Oh,
I
yes.
thought the homemade wine was a surprise, but
Yes,
apparently
so we
it's
had the
not.
homemade wine. We also made,
speaking of the homemade
yes, a margarita pizza. So we've got that to go
very
along
My
with.
Lord, you got a
yes,
lot going on.
with our raviolis, and then we made a spinach salad
salad.
with
You
a
did this
delicious
before, Deb,
lemon
didn't you?
vinaigrette.
I'm a
So-
pro. I'm a quick learner.
She's a very
That's
quick
good. That
learner.
looks
Yes,
good.
she is.
Very
That one's
good.
beautiful.
That's okay. It looks good though.
All
Perfect.
right.
Perfect. And then like these little ones right here, what I usually do, I don't know, do you do the same thing too, Mom? I'll kind of just cut them a little bit and I'll make little bow ties out of them.
Her daughter loves
yeah.
bow ties.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
her
then I'll
daughter
just
loves
kind of
bow
freeze them.
ties.
So watch
Then we're going
this.
to go into the Polish nationality
Yeah.
now with the
So then
the bow
I
ties
just
and
kind of
cabbage.
pinch them in the
Yes.
center, and then they're little bow ties.
That's cute.
Which goes, that goes great with soup. And then also, speaking in the Polish, we do a lot of halushki with them too.
Right.
So it's very, very versatile.
Now
Well, we're
That's
going to
what my
continue
husband
here
could
playing
do.
with the dough. And you stay with us. Make sure you come back because we have more great recipes for you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the girls. While you were gone, Kim was cooking up a storm here. She made some homemade pizza and the flourless chocolate cake and the beautiful spinach salad over here, and the ravioli are done cooking with the homemade sauce. Tell us about everything that's here, Mama.
Well, the sauce is homemade. We start with basically hamburger meat, and you have to saute it with a lot of garlic.
And what else? What's it? Are we sharing the secret
oil.
ingredient that you put in there, Mom, or no?
Marjoram?
No, what else? Can
Nutmeg.
I share it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, fat back.
Fat, well, yes,
Yeah,
fat
a
back.
little bit of fat.
In
just a
Italian,
little
we
piece.
say bartuto. Did you ever hear that?
Bartuto.
Just enough
But
to
fat
add a
back,
little
just
bit of that
enough.
fat, and then you take it out of the sauce.
And you could even, if you don't have that, can't find that, you can get a piece of pork and just put it in there, and that will flavor it also.
Did you used to save all the fat from everything in a can?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
yes,
that's what you
yes,
use.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's good for the heart. Wonderful.
right.
Oh, right, yeah.
The
That's the wine
doctor
is
loves
good
it.
for the heart, though, right? Yeah.
The doctor likes it. But I think the secret to the sauce is sauteing it for a long time, usually all day.
Oh.
The more you saute it, the better it is. People say, oh, I made sauce tonight. What'd you do? I opened up a can and threw it in. No, that's not sauce. But that's the secret, to let it saute and simmer for a couple hours. And the more it simmers, the better it tastes.
All those flavors get married in
And
together,
cheese,
right?
of course, nice. I like to use Lucatello cheese. That's
do I.
that's pretty good, you know. And basically, we always have sauce in our house, either in a freezer or on hand, because you never know who's going to stop by. And
And you got to feed everybody that
That's a
walks through
quick,
the door. That's
They're
what
going
we
to
do.
stop by. And then you
Sure.
made the beautiful pizza. Tell us, is it homemade
This is
pizza dough?
Yep, this is a margarita pizza that I made. This is kind of like an appetizer, and it's just a homemade pizza dough. And then all I do is I just bake the pizza dough, and then once it comes out of the oven, I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top, some fresh mozzarella, a little bit of, well, today I used actually the vine ripe tomatoes, which are really good. Or even like particularly this type of season, and then a little bit of fresh basil as soon as it comes out of the oven. As soon as you melt that cheese, a little bit of fresh basil on the top, a little bit of salt and pepper, lots of garlic, and that's it. And then we've got our salad. We've got some fresh spinach, a little bit of bacon, some fresh cherry tomatoes in there, and then we also have our homemade salad dressing. And
Oh, what's in
I
this?
love this. It's
That's
actually
delicious.
thank you. It's a lemon vinaigrette. So all it's just a little bit of olive oil, some apple cider vinegar, a third of a cup of some organic honey. I like to use like the orange blossom honey. Yeah, and then a little bit of lemon juice. I did a tablespoon of lemon juice, salt and pepper, mix it all together. Then you just pour it over the top of the salad, and that's it.
All right, I can handle that. Mix it up and
Perfect.
pour it on. And then you have the chocolate cake.
And then,
Let's
of
talk
course,
about that.
Janine's chocolate flourless cake. So,
Yes.
again, there's no flour in it, just a little bit of the butter, some chocolate, and then all I did is add a little bit of heavy cream in, some sugar, a little bit of vanilla, and just baked it in the oven, and that's what we have.
Oh my God, this is, so we need some taste testers, I think, for your raviolis. I think the raviolis are gonna be done, aren't they?
Yes, the
I know
raviolis.
they
So I
They're
think we have
done.
two children who eat a
okay.
gourmet dinner
So
every
where's
single
our
night.
taste testers?
So we gotta get them out
All
here
right.
in
Okay,
2
Maddie?
seconds.
Okay. Maddie and Gary, they are the official taste testers of this
Okay.
house. And of course, their dad, Big Gary, but he's very biased, I think. He seems to
Gary.
like everything.
And
but
kids
yes,
don't lie. They
that's
tell
right.
they tell
That's
like,
right.
honey,
Exactly.
how does this outfit look on me? And they'll say,
Oh, it looks great.
or yes or
Uh-huh.
no. If they think
Yes.
it looks bad, they tell mom.
Yes,
They tell mom.
exactly. That's for sure.
Kids, my kids don't lie to me, at least.
That's
I don't
that's
think.
exactly right. That's how Maddie is too. Matt, I always say Maddie's like the fashion police. I always go to her room before I leave for work or if we're doing something.
say,
I'll
you
say,
need a
"How does this
second
look?"
eye.
Exactly.
Second pair of eyes.
She did your
Exactly.
outfit this evening.
And she picked out, she
Oh,
picked out my
nice.
dress for tonight. And, you know, I had 2 dresses out and I was even thinking about maybe wearing pants. She goes, no, Mom, I like this outfit. I like this dress and this dress. So you
Let's
have to
get her
pick the
out
one.
here.
So,
Go get your brother.
Come on, Maddie.
So come on over, Maddie.
So it takes 3 generations to make a meal, right?
It
Or
does.
4 more.
Yes.
That's right.
Sometimes,
And you
yes.
have to really practice what you preach. So you have to get your recipes and pass them down and pass them around and enjoy it with other
Keep
people.
it in the
We
family.
should mention your foundation, right? You have a
Yes, the
foundation.
Blessings in a Backpack organization. And what it is, it's a national organization that feeds impoverished children on the weekend. So what happens is it's a backpack that goes home on a Friday afternoon with a lot of impoverished children. And in that backpack are non-perishable food items such as like oatmeal, A lot of the families will take maybe like the ramen noodles, all kinds of things that kids can kind of prepare on their own. The backpack comes back to school on Monday. The process repeats itself throughout the entire school year. And I'm kind of working on a cookbook to really kind of benefit that right now. So, and that cookbook is really based upon a lot of family traditions. Something like, the meal that we prepared this evening, where a lot of these families could prepare a meal like this that maybe perhaps are on a budget, or they need to fill, kind of fill that void to feed a lot of people in their family. So that's my goal. My goal is to publish this cookbook, and I'm halfway there, right, Mom? And in that cookbook are a lot of Mom's favorite recipes too.
Mine and
my dad,
going
of
back
course.
to my grandparents, and
Right,
my
exactly.
favorite aunt,
And what's the name of the book?
Well, I'm thinking
do
it's
you
going to
think?
be,
It's gonna be
I don't know,
traditions.
we're thinking family traditions. What do you guys think? I don't know, any suggestions?
You're gonna have to stay
Well, we're going
tuned
to
for
have
part
to taste
two.
our way through the book.
Okay.
Then we'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good.
Just like your
taste
son,
Okay.
I understand that your son's trying to keep everybody fed at school as well, because when he goes to school with his homemade lunch, of course, everybody wants his lunch. So
Yes.
kids really do have taste. So
That's
cook for your
true.
kids.
That's true.
I mean, they
Thank
know
you.
what good food is.
Well,
So
thanks.
come on in,
All right,
kids.
come on up,
Let
guys.
us
Come
know.
on.
See
Here
how
they
long did
come.
tonight. Here
All
comes
right,
Gary and
what do you
Maddie.
guys
We
think?
starved them out here. They're waiting to eat. This is their dinner.
All right, what do you guys want to taste test? The ravioli? Yeah. All right, okay, so let's grab a fork for you guys. You want to grab a fork here? All right, here, go ahead. We'll let you, and then, go ahead. Oh, it's unsanitary. There's some use. Okay, well, tonight we can bend the
just
rules.
dig in,
Grab
just
some
a little
back.
bit.
Then we'll get your dish.
Just don't eat over the bowl. There you go. All right. What do you guys
Your son's
think?
like, yeah, I'm
Thumbs
done.
up, thumbs down.
They're
thumbs
like,
up.
this is
Two
good.
thumbs
Oh,
up.
Maddie.
All right, good. So we did good.
That's delicious.
Thanks,
I
Maddie.
think you guys did excellent.
Well,
Oh, my Lord.
Thank you. Thank you. What do you guys think? What do you think, Bud?
They're safe for us to eat then?
Yeah.
So they're safe.
right.
Okay.
So
sounds
before we
good.
go, if anyone would like to participate or help with your foundation, how do they do so?
All they have to do, again, it's a national organization. All you have to do is go online, www.blessingsinthebackpack.org.
Okay.
And then you would just click on and you would just donate anything that you can. $10 actually will feed a child for the week. And we always tell everyone any little bit helps.
And you can help a family for $10 for the whole week. And we'll be looking forward to your cookbook.
Well, thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you. Well,
So we're
thank
all
you.
yummy, or it's smelling so yummy. I just had that one glass of wine.
How
I can't
about
talk
if
now.
we get the
And,
official taste tester
Oh,
in
who's that?
Who's
Your
that?
husband.
here? Yeah,
Come on, Gary.
Come on, Gary, let's go.
Okay.
He's testing the wine.
I was
He's
just
taste
gonna
testing
say,
the wine. Yes,
Yeah,
he is
the
taste
wine.
testing the wine.
Here
Yeah.
he comes. He's gonna.
But
give
he's,
it-
I said he's very biased. Everything I make, he always says, "Oh, it's really good."
But he's
Well, he's smart. He has to live
He's
here
very kind.
for the rest
He's
of
very-
his life.
All
Let Dad
right.
use
Okay.
your
Hold
fork.
on.
Yeah, you can use mine.
Family
Oh,
roll.
here, we'll give you another one. Hold
Okay.
on. We don't want
Yeah.
Dad digging
We have
in there the
forks here
same
for
way.
you.
Okay, there
I'm
you
part
go.
of the family now. I know where
That's
everybody
right.
goes.
I
I'm
love
sure
it.
he's.
I love it.
We starved him out too because they've been waiting to eat dinner.
All right, what
Are
do you
they
think?
extra special because we're here?
Very good.
That's right.
Oh
They are.
boy, company ravioli.
That's
What's
right.
better
I
than
love
that?
it.
All right, well, we're going to dig into this because we didn't come all this way to look at your food and just hear about it. We came to taste it, right? Marlene,
Absolutely.
you're
We're
best
honored,
friend.
though. You guys are
All
here to
right,
taste
well,
test it.
you get your family together and make a good meal, and we'll see you next time on The Girl.